Okay, hello. Welcome back to my channel. The only thing that I wanted to pop on here and say real quick is that I'm having a slight changeover of where I want this channel to go, like, I guess page, TikTok wise. Also forgive if you hear any dogs or anything like that. I do have 3 dogs. They are actively running around, and I think somebody is mowing outside, so I can't really control that. He do be a little loud. I'm trying to see if he'll go away from my window. Okay, he didn't go away from the window, so forgive him mowing. I can't help that. He's gonna mow. But I wanted to start doing more voiceovers just because I know I use the like little character dude voiceover things, but I don't know. I'm not really liking that for my content, so I'll probably just switch over to using my natural voice. Forgive if I sound a little congested. I'm just a hair bit sick right now, so I'm trying to get over that. But I needed to pop on and make this real quick, just to kind of like give a forewarn of like you're probably gonna hear my voice more often. If you don't like it, that's completely fine. I can always go back to doing little voiceover dudes, but it's just better. I get to talk more and actually explain what's happening. Also, I want to start posting more of like my custom, like the process of making them. So that's also where the voiceover comes in because I want to be able to talk about what I'm doing. In the end of this, I will probably add a snippet of one of my newest customs. Let me go get her real quick, actually. Here she is. I'm a huge Helluva Boss fan, and so I'm doing like kind of the main character lineup. And so this is Millie, and I wanted to show like part of the painting process because I didn't record like the whole thing. I'm in the process of trying to like figure out a good setup for that and myself, just so I'm not like getting in the way of myself. But I have a few little snippets of her process that I'm going to throw on in here. It's not a whole lot, and it's not the whole thing, just because I'm getting used to that. But I thought I would come on here and say that you'll probably hear more of me and see more of my like behind the scenes painting process. If it's anything too major, honestly, I might just post it to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see the whole thing, you're more than welcome to. But I'll probably just do little snippets here on my TikTok page just to keep things kind of short and simple. Just because, I'm just the type of person who gets on TikTok to watch like 6-second videos, like them, and then move on with my day. I'm not really there to sit down and watch like an entire essay. So those will probably be on my YouTube channel, which is always linked here on TikTok. There's not a whole lot on it. I don't really recommend going and watching it right now just until I get a reboot of it. But yeah, as for like the Animal Jam content, I want to keep doing that, but Animal Jam's so hard to film for because there's just not a whole lot there. I've thought of a couple creative ideas I'm probably going to do, but you'll probably see that more dispersed out through both of my platforms more than you'll see that, being a major portion of it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This will probably just mainly be LPS oriented, and it'll probably just be like a sideshow of like Animal Jam and other little customs that I do. Because I do paint a lot of stuff, and so it'll probably just be like art stuff kind of thrown onto one channel. There's a lot more happening over here than just like LPS customs, and I didn't want to make that the main basis because I do customs a lot, but I do a bunch of other things as well. So I just wanted to make it like an open page to do kind of just whatever I wanted. But that's enough of me rambling. Just wanted to let you know some changes that were happening, and I will proceed with the Millie content. And I hope you guys have a good day. Oh, Nick, so I know that I said I was going to go away, but I don't have any sound for the previous clips that I'm showing you right now. So just bear with me while I ramble for 45 minutes. Ignore the fact that my nails look a little wonky. I haven't really had the time to sit down and do them. I've been kind of working and just working on customs too. Also, ignore the paint on my hands. It's kind of where I get like, if there's too much paint, that's just where I wipe it off. I don't really keep a wash rag on hand. This Millie custom was really hard to do because she has so much black on her that it gets really difficult. Ignore me staring, trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm looking at a picture on the side. Um, Millie is very hard to do custom-wise because she has so much black on her, and I'm trying not to lose any of those details. So for her hair, I actually had to make it gray instead to kind of break up all of the black because her horns are black, her shirt is black. It was all going to kind of get lost in itself, so I did have to opt out for the decision to do a darker gray for her hair. At the same time, I probably could have just thrown in some little black highlights. I might go back and do that. I'm not sure yet, though. Most of the painting that I use on here, paint-wise, is just acrylic paint. I use just the ones that you can get at Walmart. I think they're the Apple Barn paints, I think. That's mainly what I use to do all of my customs. My goal for the whole custom series of the Helluva Boss crew is essentially just to create the main, like, I think there's 5 or 6 characters I'm in the process of doing. Just do, like, the main ones so that I can do, like, little skits for them in LPS form. Here's what she's looking like, kind of with her horns done. She's got just a lot of small details I have to go back and do. I don't know why I didn't cut this part out. I guess you're just looking at the clay, paint, and the paintbrushes on my table. Because, I don't know, I guess. Oh, look at that, we're back to Millie. Okay. She just has so many small details on her. Forgive me for having to, like, pull her out of frame sometimes. No, back to what I was saying, though, is I just want to do, like, skits for all of them into, like, tiny little, like, spin-off parody episodes of Helluva Boss. A little, a lot less, viewer discretion, though. Like, oh, there I go, putting paint on myself. A lot less viewer discretion, though. I don't want to keep my channel, like, family-friendly. Personally, I just don't want to go through all that gore and have to make it like that, which I guess tones down the Helluva Boss aesthetic, but I don't know. That's just a lot to try to have to do with the tiny plastic figurine. Anyways, I do plan to record more custom content behind the scenes as I get better at a setup and just get more comfortable with what I'm doing. I've not really ever filmed a whole lot, so a lot of what you see on here is a lot of me learning, which, I mean, this voiceover is also probably me learning as I ramble and show you in the process of making Millie. I know where I want my channel to go in the future, and, oh, she's out of frame. There you go. I know where I want my channel to go in the future. It's just the process of getting there, getting comfortable, like, kind of figuring out my way of doing it. I don't really have an upload schedule for TikTok. I just kind of sit down and I'm like, okay, what do I want to do for what day? And then at that point, I'm normally like, well, I haven't posted in a week, so I should probably put something out there. My goal is to upload at least, like, twice a week, kind of like how I would with, like, a YouTube schedule, just so I can keep myself on that same schedule, but we'll see how that goes. This is one of the tedious parts about it, was having to make her eyelashes, because I could have used clay, but I opted for paper that I painted black and then put Mod Podge over, because it was going to give me, like, the eyelash dimension look, just because it wasn't going to be as thick as clay was, but it was going to give off, like, that free flowy look, because my initial idea was to paint them, and then she's covered in Mod Podge. Okay. Anyways, the initial idea was to paint them on, but then they'd have to go into her hair. I didn't think it was going to look good, so I just kind of opted for the paper and Mod Podge method, which is a method you see on a lot of my customs who have the finer details. I know that Stolas has that, and then I also use the method on Husk a lot. Most of his stuff is just paper and Mod Podge. Is it the best? No, but I normally do some pretty decent layers of Mod Podge over it just to keep it from, like, ripping or anything like that, and then also just, I guess, to add some more structure to the paper so it's not as folded, but I just prefer it over clay, so that's just kind of what I use. Also, to seal all of my pets, I always use Mod Podge. I don't really water it down. I like the look of the Mod Podge. It gives them a more handmade look, which is more so what I'm after when it comes to customs. I notice a lot of people try to go for, like, realistic and smooth and stuff like that, and eventually I would like to get towards that with my customs, but for now, that's just what they look like. And then this is Millie, done, completely sealed. Messing with her eyelashes a little bit, but thank you for listening.